Did you know not only is pickleball America's fastest growing sport, it's grown over 200% just since 2020. Tim Klitsch is the founder and chief fun officer, a very cool job, of Austin Pickle Ranch. He's here to give us some 101 on this popular game. Tim, good morning.
Well, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to be talking about this because it's all anybody's talking about. Pickleball is huge right now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's actually kind of part of your story is you got into pickleball as well. I want to know how you kind of came up with the idea for Austin Pickle Ranch.
Sure. Well, after I retired from my banking career, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And I had some land in South Austin I was going to develop into a tennis resort. And I met a guy named Steve Kuhn, and he introduced me to pickleball. And I started looking at that, and I go, that's a lot more fun and better sport than tennis is.
Absolutely.
For most people in America.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up because pickleball is what I think a lot of people are saying is more accessible than tennis. Can you kind of expand on that for me?
Sure. It is just way easier on your body. It's a game that you can pick up and play after 30 minutes of instruction and just have a good time. You can have a good time with your kids, your grandparents, your parents. It's a real multi-generational sport.
That's wonderful, yeah. And so Austin Pickle Ranch has only been open a couple of weeks, but You guys have a really cool setup. Tell me about what people can experience when they walk in this space.
Sure. Well, I think one of the things that most people point out to us when they walk in is how quiet it is. And pickleball tends to be a noisy sport. Let's see, if I hit a ball here, that isn't exactly quiet. And so we spent a lot of time trying to make our location very quiet. We have lots of space by the courts with relaxing lounges. And so I think people love playing, but they also love hanging around and watching other people play.
Absolutely, and we're doing it in the AC.
In the AC, which is important.
That is pretty darn important here in Austin. Okay, you've also, in the short space y'all have been open, heard about some people coming together as they kind of meet each other across the court.
Yeah, I got to be careful I don't burn any of my sources, but I spend a lot of time on the courts, and we have what we call open play, which is where people can just drop in and play together. And so it's all genders, everybody's welcome, all ages and skill levels, and it's just kind of a melting pot. And I've talked with at least 4 or 5 different people who have met dating partners at the ranch. So I'm thinking it's kind of a better way than online dating to meet somebody.
Oh
if you're in the
boy,
market.
that's a lot better than an app. I'll tell you that. And
no doubt.
Yeah, get some exercise while you're at it. You told me that you were going to bring me a little instruction today, so I'm looking forward to it. We're starting with these really cool little paddles, huh?
Yes, we had some custom paddles made by one of our paddle partners, Yola. And
Keep
so they did a
pickleball
really
weird.
good job.
I love that.
And so my creative team did a really good job. So here, let's practice one of the key skills required, which is dinking.
Dinking.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's where you're standing close to each other, and then we would normally have a net in between us.
Okay.
You just hit it up in the air, nice and soft.
Well, I don't know if that was nice and soft.
Ah, you're doing great.
Guys, this is hard with your hair in your face.
I was telling you, you've got some serious talent there doing it with those heels on and in a full dress.
I appreciate that.
Got sports shoes and shorts on. And so that's the first thing you need to learn about pickleball is dinking.
Dinking, okay. And tell me a little bit about forehand and backhand as well.
Yeah, so generally speaking, I encourage people to hold the paddle with kind of a neutral grip like this.
Okay.
So that you can go hit it with the forehand side like this, and then hit it with the backhand side like that. And so you want a grip that you can do either side, because when that ball's coming at you really fast, you want to hold your paddle out front and be ready to go to the forehand side or the backhand side.
That is a little like tennis, isn't
it? And because the shots are coming at you from only 14 feet away, you don't have much time.
Okay.
So you got to be really quick on your
thinking on your
reflexes.
feet. And so you said a good practice is forehand, backhand, right?
I'm impressed. That's pretty good.
Guys. I'm trying. Okay, it's really fun. And I'm enjoying it. I'd never tried it before you stepped into the studio today.
Well, you got to come out because I see talent here.
I appreciate you, Tim. All right, let's talk about how memberships work, because people can just drop in, but they can also become members of Austin Pickle Ranch.
Yes, and we learned a lot the last year of operating at another location, and what we found is that a lot of people want to play every day. So we've got a very affordable membership where you can come and play daily open play for either $100 on weekdays or $150 to get weekends and evenings. And that's our most popular product is open play, where you don't have to get a game, you don't have to get a court. You go to our app, you create an account, you sign up, and you just show up with a paddle. And if you don't have a paddle, we'll rent you a paddle for $5. And so we take care of the balls, the paddle, and the court, and the players. And all you got to do is bring your smiling personality and come out and have some fun. And
maybe meet a new partner. I love that. Okay. You guys have a dink tournament now that we've learned the word dink.
Yep.
Coming up in July. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. There's a newsletter and a good partner of ours called the Dink, Pickleball. And so they are sponsoring this tournament. And so I can't remember the exact numbers, but I think we're going to have about between 200 and 300 participants in the tournament. And we just had another tournament this past weekend. And what we're finding is that people love playing, but then every now and then they want to test themselves and see, am I getting any better and how am I doing? And so there's, I gotta admit, there's not very many things you can do to get your heart rate up, have fun, be excited, and not be doing something illegal or wrong. And so this is one of those things. Okay,
the Dink Tournament sounds like fun. I want to ask about what else is available at your location. I know you have lounge areas for people to hang out, but food and beverage are growing, right?
That's correct. We have non-alcoholic beverages and light snacks right now. We're in the process of bringing in food trucks, and we have been approved for a liquor license, and so we're in the process of working through the regulatory part of that. So hopefully in the next 60 days, we'll be able to let you have a cold beer afterwards.
I love it. You've achieved so much in just 3 weeks. I can't wait to see what else is to come.
It's been a lot of work.
But a big payoff as well. Yeah. Tim, thank you so much for the instruction.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Guys, for detail on portability and membership offerings, go to austinpickleranch.com.